Western Asia is once again mired in geopolitical tensions. Earlier this week, Iran launched approximately 180 ballistic missiles at Israel, specifically targeting military bases and security installations in direct retaliation for Israel's killing of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah in an airstrike on Beirut on September 27. This long-standing conflict in the Middle East has prompted countries around the world, including India, to consider its impact on global economy.
Conflicts like the Middle East conflict and also, I suppose, the Ukraine-Russia conflicts are causing all kinds of disruptions in the markets and are affecting the investment decisions, which would mean that the economy will slow down further. The Middle East conflict even has a bigger downside because of the threat to oil supplies. That's because a lot of oil, a lot of fossil fuel is concentrated in the Middle East, and the longer this conflict lasts and the broader it becomes, the more danger it poses to the global economy. So it's very clear that the Middle East, this conflict has a whole range of downside risks for the global economy.
With concerns that the ongoing conflict in the Middle East could impact global crude oil prices, the International Monetary Fund or IMF has warned that a prolonged conflict may disrupt oil flows. This in turn could drive prices higher and intensify inflation fears, potentially further destabilizing the global economy.
Global trade, global import and exports could be severely impacted in case this Middle East conflict intensifies. See, we know one thing, that today all the countries in the world are connected to each other. Global trade has increased and the world is interconnected as far as economic transaction is concerned. Now, if this war intensifies, which it apparently seems, now supply chains, supply routes would get blocked. Plus, logistics issues are going to be there. Plus, energy also. Oil prices are perhaps going to increase to high levels. So, all those may impact global trade. Plus, what may happen is, because of the geopolitical situation, there could be new equations in the global world that could impact global trade.
For India, the stakes are particularly high. With the country importing over 80% of its crude oil requirements, a prolonged conflict could disrupt energy flows, driving oil prices higher and posing significant inflation risk.
This war continuing long may mean problems for Indian economy. Crude oil prices could go to high levels. Now we import 75 to 80% crude oil. If crude oil prices increase, there could be high inflation which could impact common Indian man. Plus high inflation is bad for Indian economy. There could be volatility in currencies that is going to impact us. Plus forex also may have some pressure in India. Plus the world may go through a severe slowdown. That's also going to impact India because we are supplying IT BPO to a lot of US and European countries. So I think war continuing long would be bad things, bad impact on Indian economy. Though Indian economy is currently doing well, but war continuing long would be bad things, negative things for Indian economy.
The Iran-Israel conflict has already affected the Sensex and Nifty. If the conflict escalates further, the challenges for the Indian stock market could increase significantly.
A mayhem, absolute. One of the biggest lights I remember in the recent times. And the reasons were, some of the reasons rather I would say were very, very obvious. The geopolitical tensions, the expectation that how Israel is going to hit back at Iran after what happened on 1st of October, I think is counting on the minds of the traders and investors.
If the Middle East conflict extends further, it could severely impact international trade, posing a significant threat to the global economy. Geopolitical tensions and economic uncertainty may result in tightened policies affecting global markets, particularly in emerging economies like India.